So I had planned on waiting for the dub to come out in its entirety. I've been trying to avoid spoilers, and then the internet showed me this spoiler without my consent, and that's when I realized I couldn't wait any longer. So at long last, let us take a look at the final work Toriyama ever created. This isn't even the right music. So I'm a few weeks behind the curve. Blame life, procrastination, or the soul-sucking void of modern existence. But the latest Dragon Ball escapade has kicked off. And literally in the making of this video, I get another spoiler I didn't want to see. So I've got to try really hard to get caught up. Bang these videos out, do minimal editing, so I can get caught up on this series. So this time, we're getting shoved back in time right after the end of the Buu saga. Man, Toriyama will just not give us anything past the end of Z, will he? Somewhere in a distant hellscape, a new Demon King is hatching a convoluted plan to knock our heroes off their perch. Because if there's one thing Dragon Ball Universe loves more than screaming men with gravity-defying hair, it's a megalomaniac with a god complex. Akira Toriyama, the Grandmaster of Dragon Ball, is no stranger to repackaging his greatest hits in ways that make them feel fresh and dynamic. Or at least like a remix album you didn't know you needed. Daima is no exception. If you've been around long enough to remember the fever dream that was Dragon Ball GT, you'll spot the parallels. GT turned Goku into a kid again through a wish gone wrong, because why not? It was a bold idea, shackled to a divisive series that many fans now file under non-canon. But with Daima, Toriyama pulls a plot twist nobody asked for. What if everyone got de-aged into kids? Same adult personalities, now wrapped up in pint-sized bodies. It's basically Muppet Babies meets Dragon Ball. The premiere also gives us a nostalgic recap of the Buu saga, complete with shiny new animation. Watching Goku and Majin Vegeta slug it out with modern visuals is the kind of serotonin boost that fans can't resist. I never wanted a reboot of DBZ, besides Kai kinda did that already, but if this is what it would look like, I'd be here for it. Speaking of animation, from what I've seen so far, it's stunning. Sharp, fluid, and so drenched in vibrant colors, it feels like your TV got dipped in a vat of neon paint. Lots of pinks and oranges. Honestly, if this level of polish had graced Dragon Ball Super's early days, we might have avoided the meme apocalypse of Goku looking like he was drawn during an earthquake. In some places, it's easily on par with Dragon Ball Super Broly, which if you haven't watched yet, turn this off and fix that immediately. Unfortunately, the fact that all of our characters get turned into children necessitates a simpler design and less detail than as adults. I fully expect motion and color to stay top quality though. In terms of plot, well, this episode is exposition heavy. Like, really exposition heavy. We get a lot of new lore, and amidst the deluge of lore dumps, the most interesting in my opinion is that Namekians originally hailed from the Demon Realm, which if you remember was the original idea in OG Dragon Ball, with Piccolo being called Demon King Piccolo, only for that to get somewhat of a retcon in the Saiyan Saga where Piccolo learns of his heritage coming from the planet Namek. Well, guess what? They're retconning it again. Or rather, they're unretconning it? No wait, it's more like they're Frankensteining the two backstories into one cohesive origin story that finally makes sense and clears up the contradiction. And honestly, it works. Oh, and I guess Popo hails from the Demon Realm too? And holy black on a Popo, he's had horns underneath that turban the whole time. That is the most significant and impactful reveal in cinema history. Anyway, not a whole lot of DBZ style stuff happening here, but what did you expect from a first episode? It does a great job of setting up the adventure we are about to go on, and that is the primary job of a first episode. I'm not going to go over every single story beat, because if you're watching this, you've probably already watched it anyway, and you're just here because you're either seeking new perspectives or to have your opinion validated. This first episode is all about groundwork, laying the bricks for the adventure we're about to embark on. And in that respect, it does its job well. It's like the appetizer before the main course. Am I hyped? Not quite, but I'm definitely intrigued. The table is set, now let's see where this banquet of chaos and nostalgia takes us. Well, that's it. I'll try to get the rest of these videos out as quick as I can. Please like and subscribe. I hate asking, but YouTube makes me.